Welcome to NGC News, your monthly update on Northgate Life. If you want information, impartation, inspiration, then you're tuned in to the right place. NGC News, accurate and impactful, shaping destiny, fulfilling purpose.
Good morning, and welcome to a special edition of NGC News. I am Rosh Smith.
And I'm Jada Gayadeen.
And we are going to take you all the way back to Term 1 to show you what has happened this year. This has been a very special year because this is the only year that we have been 100% online.
Well, let's begin our review with a few brief comments from our newest teachers.
I am thoroughly enjoying my time at NorthGate College. The last 2 terms really exceeded my expectations. Starting a job online seemed daunting at first, but the staff, my colleagues, were so welcoming and friendly. I feel as though I've met them in person. The students were also very warm and cooperative. Definitely a good place to be.
Hello, I'm Mr. Joshua Thomas, and I can say that my experience as a member of staff thus far has been eye-opening. I would have attended the school for 7 years as a student, so I know what the standard is for students, but the standard for staff is even higher. I think I've been really impacted by the heart that teachers have for students, the considerations they have about students, the nature of the conversations we have about students. It lets me know that this is the real deal. I can say that my experience thus far has been enjoyable, and I'm happy to be back home at NorthGate.
My experience at NorthGate College has been an exceptional one. And it is something that I will carry with me in my backpack for a very long time. From my first interactions with Ms. Lepay to the way that I was welcomed by both staff and students, this has been a fantastic journey for me. I've met very friendly, highly qualified and very professional staff members who made me feel very comfortable, very at home in the NorthGate culture and environment. And they helped me whenever I needed help. I could have reached out to them and gotten the help I needed. And not only that, they challenged me to do things that I didn't even think about doing, like the 5K. I've said it before and I'll say it again. NorthGate College is a school beyond compare. And I think every one of us, myself included, are privileged to be a part of this journey and to be here.
This year has been filled with so many memorable events. But thinking about it now, do you remember anything from Term 1, Rush?
No, I don't actually. But it's a good thing we have the video coming up to show us all the highlights from Term 1. So let's check it out. Hello, everyone.
Hi, students.
Hi, Northgate College.
Here we are again in a new term. We spoke to some of the newest students to find out how they have been adjusting to NGC life.
My name is
Kai Finn. And what stood out to me most in Northgate was that
the class made it easy to fit in.
They were very friendly and they were very welcoming.
Northgate has been very interesting and I'm looking forward to what comes next.
Northgate is more than just a school. It is a family.
We do believe in striking a balance at Northgate. It's not just about work. We enjoy lots of other things: music, dance, drama, athletics, just to name a few.
Hi, I am Emily Riley from Form 3G, and this term the NOR principal has taught me to not fall into the traps that automatically pop into our heads when given a task.
A reminder to why it's necessary to be the good, even in a bad situation.
Once you're given a task, not to give up and give it your all.
To trust and have faith in God always.
Working from home this year has definitely brought its challenges in terms of balancing work life and my home environment.
During this time at home, I was able to put some effort and structure into my fitness routine.
I think I was definitely surprised by how quickly students were able to transition to online schooling.
The thing that surprised me the most, pleasantly so, was the fact that we were able to cover so much work for the term.
Carpe diem. Seize the day. Don't let tomorrow be another what if day for you.
Term 2 is usually a very exciting term because that's when we have our team activities and sports day. But this time, seeing as it was all digital, we had to find new and exciting, interesting ways to do things. So that resulted in our virtual 5K, our digital flag competition, and even a Trini version of Ninja Warrior. Jada, didn't you participate in the Trinidad Ninja Warrior?
Yes, I did take part. Although it looked easy, it was challenging, but I really enjoyed myself. Hey, let's take a look at the summary montage from Term 2. The theme for this term is what's in your backpack. And when you think about the backpack, it carries the values that take you on your journey through life. I'm carrying patience in my backpack. What about you, Rush?
For me, I'm carrying diligence because it's as the charter says, diligence builds character and leads to excellence. We asked a few other students to talk about what they're carrying in their backpacks. Let's have a look.
In my backpack, I carry patience,
Diligence so that I could buckle down and get my work done.
responsibility, dedication,
My camera.
accountability, improvement over time. One common thing I tend to do is that if something doesn't go right or I don't get told the first time, I tend to give up and get frustrated over it. But I had to reach into my backpack, analyze what I needed to fix on, and try my best the next time to get the work that I am proud of.
Grit. Because throughout COVID, there have been very discouraging times. And grit has been the motivator that has been getting us through.
Further, to make sure all of mine was in order and ready for class.
God's guidance, grit, integrity. Why God's guidance? Because it will always lead me on the right path. According to Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Discipline, because it helped me make decisions that may not benefit me now, but they will definitely benefit me in the future.
Guidance because it helped me and guide me to what I would choose and what I will become in the future.
I will be carrying grit in my backpack because it helps me be strong and resilient even through the global crisis.
In my backpack, I have self-control.
The determination to do better.
Commitment.
Sacrifice, courage.
I am carrying flexibility in my backpack. I will be carrying balance in my backpack. Because it is important to not only focus on one thing, but to create time to do other things as well.
In my backpack, I have a camera to take pictures on my trip, to keep and make memories, to capture all the happy moments.
You guys are in for a treat. Today, we're giving you a sneak peek of a new segment of NGC News called Teach Talk.
Hello everyone, I'm Joshua Thomas and welcome to the first ever edition of Teach Talk. This is where teachers talk and we get to have some insight into their conversation. And they'll be sharing a bit about their personal reflections within the last year, as well as things that they'll be putting into their backpack.
What would you say you have taken with you or you are taking with you from this year?
This academic year, when I started it, I realized the impact and value of that personal engagement.
Okay.
It really did make a difference. Some boy band from South Korea, I'm like, I say, okay, all the BTS, what the band name?
BTS.
BTS are like, yeah, all the BTS fans, let me see it. Yeah, all right, I say all of you 5 marks off. 5 marks off. Take off 5 marks to start the exam. I put in 5. So there were things that I had to find a way to translate into the online environment. I had to find some way to do that. That was a backpack again. I call it resilience because first I had to deal with, okay, I have some people who I need to find a way to connect to them. But before even that, I needed to find a way to be okay with what was happening so far, because after a while it was like, oh God, I can't do this, I can't do that. Backpack was, okay, I need to figure out a way to do something like this. It might be the same thing, but it might be something like, for example, having a little meme at the start of class.
I'd add flexibility to that. So tweaking things, fixing things, trying to flex with the new online environment, I think is definitely something that I'll put in my backpack for life.
That was the thing. That's the 9/10 that we can't really see, is that the kids were learning a whole new world of how to be educated. We were learning how to educate. But the reality is they can walk a lot more confidently into the next phase of their life, having a lot more skill sets than most people their age. And I think that's the thing that if there were anything I'd put in my backpack, I think is to look at life and just be thankful, whatever comes your way, because I was very frustrated at the beginning, but I realized you have an opportunity to just be free to rethink the way you do everything, and we're not always given that opportunity. And I learned to be thankful for that.
Like what Sarah was saying about being thankful, it kind of, to me, kind of spoke to hope a little bit. Like, you know, as I think it was Mr. Fair who spoke about hope earlier at the start of the term. And because Sarah and I, we always have this thing, because we spoke about it in professional development as well. She spoke about hope and faith and professional development. And Sarah and I, a student gave Sarah and I, as we were her form teachers, and she gave us 2 teacups, one year, faith and hope written on it. So Sarah and I, every time things start to get a little rough during the year, we just remind each other, faith and hope, faith and hope.
One of the things I realized that I love my students, whether online or in person. That it did not, there was no distance. I mean, I laughed just as much. I miss them. I have to say, I miss the walking in and out of the class, but I still enjoyed interacting with them and talking to them and getting to know them, and beyond the teaching of the subject kind of thing, getting to know them as persons. And so while I miss the in school way in which you do it, right? It is still possible to interact and connect and pour into and hear from your students. And so I really appreciated that learning. It was good. It was good.
Very rich conversation on today's Teach Talk. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope that you've been able to take something away from it. And we'll see you next time on Teach Talk.
We have a saying at NorthGate: you take a backward glance for a forward advance. Reviewing our journey over the last year has filled me with a lot of strength and momentum to take me on the right pathway of life.
I couldn't agree more. And I hope that all of you watching are filled with the same energy and joy that we are after reviewing our process. I'm Ross Smith.
And I'm Jada Gayadeen.
Good morning.
Good morning.